More than just snow, a taste of Savoie. When you think of the French Alps, what pops into your head? For most, it's snow. It's skiing down massive white slopes with the wind in your face. And that's brilliant, it really is. But I want to tell you about a different side of Savoie, one that gets my heart pumping just as much. It's a side you can taste, smell, and feel in your soul. It's about the food. It's about the people who grow it, make it, share it. This place is so much more than a winter playground. Imagine this. It's a crisp morning and the air smells clean and sharp. You're in a little local market. The sounds are fantastic. There's the chatter of locals catching up, the clink of bottles, and the gentle thud of a knife cutting through a wheel of cheese. The colours are everywhere. Bright red tomatoes, deep green herbs, golden loaves of bread, all piled high. This isn't just shopping, it's an experience. It's the start of every great meal in Savoie. This is where the magic begins, with honest, beautiful ingredients straight from the land. This is the real Savoie. So we're going to put the skis away for a bit. We'll dive into bubbling pots of melted cheese. We'll meet the farmers and see the happy cows that make the milk. We'll walk through vineyards and taste the crisp wines that grow on these steep slopes. I want to show you that the real spirit of the Alps isn't just found on the highest peak. It's found on the dinner table, in a shared meal with friends, with food that warms you from the inside out. It's simple, it's honest, and it's absolutely gorgeous. This journey is about connecting with the land in a different way. It's about understanding that the stunning views of Mont Blanc and the peaceful, deep blue lakes are the same things that give the food its unique character. The clean air, the rich grass, the pure water, it all goes into the food. So when you take a bite of that cheese or a sip of that wine, you're tasting the landscape itself. It's a beautiful cycle. Let's get stuck in and explore the delicious, natural and welcoming heart of Savoie. It's going to be a proper adventure. Right, let's talk food. Proper, hearty, mountain food. The kind of grub that makes you feel happy and full after a long day out in the fresh air. In Savoie, the dishes are legendary, built around a few simple knockout ingredients. Let's start with the big one. Fondue Savoyard. This isn't just a dish, it's an event. Imagine a caquelon bubbling in the middle of the table. Comté, Beaufort, Emmental, swirled with white wine and a hint of garlic. You get a long fork, spear a chunk of crusty bread and dive in. The best bit, that amazing stretchy cheese pull. Then you've got tartiflette. Tartiflette is a hug in a dish. You take potatoes, slice them up, bake them with smoky lardons, onions, and a splash of cream. The star of the show is the reblochon cheese. Slice a whole wheel in half and lay it rind side up. As it bakes, the cheese melts into the potatoes. The top gets all golden and bubbly. Every spoonful is just a dream. It's the kind of food that makes you want to close your eyes and just savor the moment. But it's not all melted cheese. There's another local secret called farcement. It's a savory and sweet cake in a special mold. The base is grated potatoes mixed with eggs and cream. Then add smoked bacon or prunes and raisins. It's slow cooked for hours, often in a water bath. When you slice it open, it's dense, moist, and packed with flavour. It's one of those old school recipes passed down through generations, a real taste of home. It's different, but trust me, it's delicious. To really understand this food, you have to see it being made. We're going to get up close. I want you to see the sizzle of bacon hitting a hot pan. Watch the slow, hypnotic melting of cheese as it turns into a liquid gold. See the steam rising from a perfectly cooked potato. This food is honest. It's not fussy. It's about taking fantastic local ingredients and letting them shine. From a hands-on cooking class with a local chef to a rustic meal in a mountain inn, the passion for good food is everywhere. It's the real soul of this place, Cheese, glorious cheese, the soul of the mountains. You can't talk about Savoie without talking about cheese. It's the lifeblood of the region. This isn't the plastic-wrapped stuff you find in the supermarket. This is proper artisanal cheese with a story. To understand it, we go to the source. A Beaufort maker high in the mountains. First, the cows. Terrine, abundance, munching on lush green grass dotted with alpine flowers. Happy cows, fresh mountain air. That's where the flavor begins. It all starts with amazing milk. Inside the fromagerie, the magic happens. A huge copper cauldron of warm, fresh milk. The cheesemaker adds rennet. The milk begins to transform. Stirring curds with a harp-like tool, breaking them into rice-sized grains. Curds gathered in linen cloth, lifted out, pressed into big wooden molds. Walk into a cheese cathedral. Cool air, earthy, nutty, slightly sharp. Rows of massive golden wheels on wooden shelves. Each wheel is salted, washed, turned by hand. Slow process, some aged over a year. They develop complex, fruity, slightly sweet flavor. Patience and tradition you can taste. Talking to makers, you feel their pride, custodians of heritage.
A market seller offers a sliver. This one comes from the summer pastures.
You taste the flowers. Beaufort, Reblochon, Tome de Savoie, Abondance. Each cheese tells a story of a valley, a herd, a family's tradition. More than food, the mountain's identity pressed into a wheel. Now, with all this amazing cheese and hearty food, you need something to drink, right? Savoie has got you covered. This region is home to some fantastic and often overlooked vineyards. Tucked away in the valleys, Combe de Savoie, rows of vines clinging to steep, sunny slopes. The landscape here is breathtaking. Winemakers work with unique local grapes, Jacquère, Altesse, Mondeuse. These aren't grapes you hear about every day. Tasting here is a real discovery. Let's visit a small, family-run winery. Walk the vineyards with the vine tender. They show the stony soil, explain the mountain climate, warm days, cool nights, creating wines that are fresh, crisp, aromatic. We'll taste at a wooden table overlooking the valley. White wines, especially Jacquère, light, zesty, perfect with fondue. Altesse makes richer wines, notes of honey, notes of nuts. Perfect match for food and scenery. After dinner, full and happy, locals bring out Genepi, traditional Alpine liqueur, a real taste of the mountains. Made by infusing flowering tops of the Genepi plant, wormwood family, growing high in the Alps. Flavor, herbal, a little bitter, a little sweet, incredibly warming. Sipping Genepi at sunset with a winemaker, unforgettable. A digestif that holds the secrets of the mountains. Savoie's culinary world is full of surprises. Not just one or two dishes, a whole ecosystem of flavour. Bakeries making gâteau de Savoie, featherlight sponge cake. Honey from alpine flowers, pure, fragrant. Cured meats, diet sausages, seasoned with nutmeg, often cooked in white wine. Every market stall, every farm shop, every little village has its own speciality. A region that keeps on giving, offering new tastes and textures around every corner. All right, we've eaten well. Now it's time to walk it off, see the epic scenery that makes Savoie so special. And I mean epic. Forget the ski lifts for a moment and just look. Mighty Mont Blanc, Western Europe's highest peak. Its snowy summit piercing the blue sky. It's a sight that just makes you stop and stare. You have the vast, beautiful Lac Léman, Lake Geneva, sharing its shores with Switzerland. And then there's Lac du Bourget, France's largest natural lake. The water is so clear and calm. It's the perfect place for a gentle stroll or just to sit and breathe. For a real dose of wild nature, we're heading into Vanoise National Park. This was France's very first national park, and it's a proper paradise for hikers. The trails wind through lush green valleys, past rushing waterfalls and fields blanketed in wildflowers. Bright purples, yellows, blues. Keep your eyes peeled and be quiet, and you might spot some of the local residents. Marmots whistling from the rocks, or the magnificent ibex with their huge curved horns, gracefully navigating the cliffs. It feels a world away from everything. This place is built for exploring on your own 2 feet, or on 2 wheels. There are hiking paths for everyone. There are cycling paths for everyone. You can take a gentle, family-friendly bike ride along a lakeside path with a picnic packed in your basket. Or, if you're feeling adventurous, you can tackle one of the challenging mountain trails that reward you with jaw-dropping panoramic views. Following a path that winds through a forest and suddenly opens up to a view of a whole valley spread out below you. That's a feeling of freedom you can't beat. It's just you, the fresh air, and the incredible scale of nature. And it's not just about the big, famous spots. Savoie is full of hidden gems. You can discover tiny, secret lakes that most tourists miss, or find a quiet spot by a mountain stream for a paddle. You can meet a shepherd guiding his flock across a high pasture, a scene that hasn't changed for centuries. This is the other side of the Alpine dream. It's not about speed or adrenaline. It's about slowing down, looking around, and connecting with a landscape that is powerful, peaceful, and unbelievably beautiful. It really does feed the soul. Savoie isn't just about food and mountains, it's steeped in history too. You can feel it in the old stones of its towns and villages. Let's start in Chambéry, the historic capital. Walking through its old town is like stepping back in time. You've got narrow, winding streets, hidden alleyways called traboules, and colourful buildings. In the centre of it all is the incredible Fountain of the Elephants, a quirky and brilliant monument dedicated to a local adventurer. And you can't miss the Château des Ducs de Savoie, the castle where the rulers of this powerful independent duchy once lived. It's a place full of stories. Then you find these little villages that seem to be frozen in time. Take Bonneval-sur-Arc, officially one of the most beautiful villages of France. It's incredible. The houses are all made of local stone with heavy slate roofs, built to withstand the snow. There are no modern monstrosities here. It feels authentic and real. Another gem is Chanaz, a lovely little village nestled alongside a canal. People call it the Little Venice of Savoy. You can just wander along the water, watch the little boats drift by and stop at a waterside cafe. These places have a slow, gentle rhythm that's completely charming. Savoie also has a more elegant, relaxed side. For centuries, people have come here for the healing waters. Aix-les-Bains, on the shore of Lac du Bourget, is a famous spa town. It has this grand Belle Époque feel to it, with beautiful old hotels and a casino. You can visit the thermal baths and just let all your worries float away in the naturally warm, mineral-rich water. After a few days of hiking, a spa session is just the ticket. It's a different kind of alpine relaxation, one that's all about wellness and taking care of yourself. It shows you the rich and varied history of tourism in the region. The best way to soak up this culture is to just get involved. Visit a busy market in Chambéry or Annecy. The buzz is fantastic. You see the sellers who have known each other for years, laughing and joking. You see chefs from local restaurants carefully picking out their vegetables for the day. Stop and have a chat. Ask a baker about his bread or a craftsperson about their work. The people here are friendly and proud of their home. They have stories to tell about their family recipes, local festivals, and the old way of life. It's these connections that turn a good holiday into a brilliant one. So, there you have it, Savoie. It's a region that grabs you with its massive, beautiful landscapes and then holds you close with its warm, generous, and delicious heart. It's so much more than a place to ski. It's a destination for your senses. It's for people who love food that tells a story, who love to feel the earth under their feet, and who appreciate the simple pleasure of a meal shared with good company. It's a place that asks you to slow down, to breathe deeply, and to really taste what's in front of you. My invitation to you is simple. Come and experience it for yourself. Come and walk these ancient paths in the Vanoise National Park. Rent a bike and cycle along the serene shores of Lac du Bourget. Get lost in the medieval streets of Chambéry. But most importantly, come with an empty stomach and an open mind. Let a cheesemaker hand you a piece of Beaufort that has been aged for a year. Let a winemaker pour you a glass of crisp, white Jacquard that tastes of the mountain slopes. Don't be afraid to try something new, like the sweet and savory farcement. This isn't about fancy, complicated cooking. It's about honesty. It's about ingredients that are so good they speak for themselves. It's about traditions that have been kept alive because they are worth keeping. It's about the connection between the land, the animals, and the people. You feel it in every bite of food and see it in every smiling face. The welcome is as warm as a bubbling pot of fondue.